consecutive weeks. At this point, Nicki had never achieved a full song. Plus, she was 35 and her prime was seemingly behind her. Cardi's commercial impact could not be denied, and perhaps Nicki wanted to establish a truce. She congratulated Cardi on the massive achievement on Twitter, but that truce only lasted a few weeks, because Nicki's jealousy would eat away at her. In October of 2017, the Migos released a single titled Motorsport, in which they requested a feature from Nicki. In Nicki's verse, she said, "If Cardi is the QB, then I'm Nick Lombardi." To explain the reference, an NFL quarterback, like Patrick Mahomes, is typically the star of the team, but Vince Lombardi is one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. He was an executive of the NFL, and the trophy that is given to the Super Bowl winner is called the Lombardi Trophy. Nicki's essentially saying here, if Cardi's the star of a team, then I'm a legend. I'm the damn trophy that you work your whole life to achieve. Right. However, once Nicki found out that Cardi was going to be on the song, she changed the lyric to, "If Quavo is the QB, then I'm Nick Lombardi," which doesn't really make sense, nor does it rhyme. Despite this, Cardi insisted that there was no beef between the two.
I really feel like it's really internet-made fans and people, they really want to see that happen because it's really entertaining. It's just people being entertaining.
But the beef would be confirmed to be true when the two got into a physical altercation a few months later. At Harper's Bazaar's Icons party during New York Fashion Week, multiple videos of the two fighting quickly circulated online, with one even showing Cardi attempting to throw a shoe at Nicki. In one of the videos, Cardi can be heard making some damning threats. Cardi was later seen exiting the venue with a massive bump on her forehead. Nicki said she was embarrassed about the whole situation.
The other week, I was a part of something so mortifying.
Chat, and it looked like you know, like the Looney Tunes when like the anvil on his head, and it was.
Then Cardi responded with,
Try to say that it was the wild animal, that I had said you.
Hello
that
there,
you was
my
mortified,
name is
that you was
John
humiliated.
McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. Guess what? I'm ready for the golf. We are in store for a little bit of stroke play action. We got 3 holes. This should be fun.
worst of all, speaking ill
All
of
right,
her
send
child.
it.
Everyone took Cardi's side.
Yeah, you'll
since
take
they
that.
understood that defending their children is
All
important.
right, let's see
However,
how it does
Nicki
on this hole.
vehemently denied that she ever spoke bad about Cardi's daughter. She also called out Cardi's hypocrisy by revealing old Instagram screenshots where Cardi repeatedly attacked a mother whose son died. She also referred to the deceased child as a monkey. Cardi also accused Nicki of trying to interrupt or ruin her financial opportunities, money that would help her feed her family. So Nicki again called out Cardi's hypocrisy.
Oh my God.
Okay, he's coming out of the deep stuff. Setting up his third shot here. Here's a 3-wood.
Cardi never responded to this directly. She was done with the back and forth and made a declaration that Nicki did not want to accept.
Okay, about 175 yards to go here.
Regardless of who you think was right in this situation, it was evident that female rappers had no intentions on bowing down and declaring Nicki as the queen of rap. Her dominance over the culture was fading. Cardi was just the first
think you've
of
had
many
better
emerging
swings.
female artists that we see dominating hip-hop today. And it seemed like Nicki was
Well, looks
slowly
like you're a bit off on that approach.
grasping at straws to keep the public on her side. But the more she got on social media to
And
rant,
his
the worse
fourth
it got
shot
for her.
on this hole.
On August 10th, 2018, Nicki released her 4th studio album, Queen. Led by singles like Chun-Li and Barbie Dreams, the album received positive reviews from critics. Queen debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 200 after selling 185,000 units first week. Now, this was Nicki's worst album performance, but number 2.
I think this whole, like, Oh, yo, move your booty, coochie stuff, like your ratchet ass, bitch ass hoes, like, shaking the booty
And this is
type
our
shit.
third
It's
shot.
gotta go. Chat, guys, it's been done. This is a good run. Hey, I got actually in there. This is what it is. I think it's gotta go.
It was still considered a wildly successful debut.
He's
She
got
just
a
released it
9-footer here.
Not only is it not sexually appealing, I think it's just flat out disgusting. No, like, I like legitimately. Jeff, guys,
And
I can
that
just
one
in there,
will
man.
drop.
What it is. I don't mind saying that, okay?
And
But
wouldn't
the
it be
shit that
nice
they
to
say
save
and
par
do,
here?
it's just disgusting. It's not appealing at all. It makes me like want to take a shower. Like, actually.
Competitive
And starting things off at even par, nothing wrong with that.
Which was the
Hopefully
single
we
most
got a few
anticipated
birdies in
album
our
of
future.
2019. He delivered as it was a great project. Astro World remained at number 1 for a second week in a row with 205,000 sales. With the Cardi B beef still fresh, Cardi fans had even more
Okay,
animals
second
since her
hole of
debut
this
album
session.
reached number 1 just a few months earlier. On top of that, Cardi outsold Nicki. Nicki being number 2 was further proof.
Oh man, this is not really in chat, but I have to scroll back up to see if there's like the actual that.
To her detractors that she is not the dominant force she once was, so she started blaming everyone but herself for the album reaching number 1. She tweeted, "Spotify put Drake's face on every playlist but told me they have to teach me a lesson."
Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes.
Yeah, let me get that bag. Yo, city girls up. Yo, come on. I'm gonna snap. I can't do it.
For years and not one of the top Spotify artists of all time. Nicki also blamed her label for not standing up for her because they feared Spotify would retaliate and not promote her friend and frequent collaborator Ariana Grande's album Sweetener that released around the same time. Spotify eventually addressed Nicki's claims, denying all allegations of mistreatment. Spotify supported Nicki Minaj with a Times Square billboard, a host of the largest playlists, New Music Friday, and the New Music Release Show.
Okay, he's in the sand, fairway sand to be exact.
Increase
Let's see what
based on the
happens.
promotions put behind the campaign. The company continues to be big fans of Nicki. After Spotify proved her.
Hold on. What is
That's pretty well done out of that bunker for this guy. Okay, hitting into an elevated green here. Come on, bounce to the right. All right, let's see what happens. This is his third shot.
He has no idea what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is he reading? Yo, it's these fucking books. Oh my god, you just realized it. The fucking books. Dude, chat, I do house stores in LA, dude. Chat, I must have been like
Let's see what
30
happens.
houses,
This is his
okay?
fourth.
All that big houses, they'll have like a fucking a table with one fucking book on that bitch. Chat, I swear it's these books. They're big, they're large, they got a lot of pictures. What the fuck are those books? Oh! So some architecture, like
Just in the green
like
side rough here. Oh, look at here. Nice chip.
That was cool.
And to him, I say good luck, because this is an insanely long putt for a fella to make. Right by the hole. All right, if you can sink this, snatch a birdie and be on our way. Okay, moving on to the next. Hey, you brought your score down to 1 under after that one. Okay, hole 19 at Paynes Valley. Taking the view.
I put my blood, sweat, and
Take a
tears
deep
in
breath.
writing a dope
See if
album
you can hit
only
that
for
green.
Travis Scott to have Kylie Jenner post a tour pass telling people to come see her and Stormy. I'm actually laughing. For
This
context,
one's
Kylie Jenner
heading for the
promoted Travis
green.
Scott's online store to Instagram with the
Safe
caption,
approach,
"Me
nice.
and Storm ready to tour,"
From
which Nicki claims that
23
Travis sold
feet.
50,000 album units because of Kylie's promotion. All All purchases of his t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and keychains automatically came with a digital download of Astroworld, which counted
Today
as
you
one
get to
album
finish
sale,
your
so
round
the buyer
with
is not
the
required
birdie.
to
That's a
actually
great way to
download
do it,
or
I
listen
think.
to the album. This has been a common strategy for artists to exploit the Billboard charts for over a decade.
What we not going to do is have this auto-tune man coming up here.
This
and telling y'all he sold
three-hole
millions
matchup is over, and
because
you
he
have
did it.
managed
And there's a lot
to
of
win
women
it.
behind the scenes that want
Fine
to
one.
talk about it, and they're scared.
Well, that is all she wrote for me.
Talking for you,
I had
and
an
you got your
enjoyable
girlfriend
time
posting
ripping
tour
around the links
packages
we did
saying
today.
salt looks
See you next time.
Firstly, Nicki calling Travis Auto-Tune Man is a non-insult considering her love for the effect. Secondly, her being angry about bundle sales is ironic because she tried to do this exact same strategy. According to an article published by Rolling Stone, on her online store, Nicki had an array of merch and album bundles.
Yeah, it's not bad that this Auto-Tune Man thing, Cat. Because who fucking cares? It sounds good, people like it, people buy it, it's a good product, they innovate with it, who the fuck cares? The performance he does on stage with the Auto-Tune, she goes wild. I don't give a fuck. She could be fucking blown to a fucking harmonica. I like it. I don't give a fuck. Stop thinking. These motherfuckers think they're Socrates. They think they're the fucking, they're the plateau of the third time. Stop fucking thinking, motherfucker. Stop thinking.
Was available. She also provided a concert package to her upcoming joint tour with rapper Future. Each time a fan purchased a concert package, they received free copies of her album, which substantially impacted the sales for Queen. Nicki also tried to boost her numbers after the album's official release by adding her previous release track Fifi to the album, which would count towards the album's total streaming numbers. But none of it worked. Nicki had no one else to blame. She had to just accept that people didn't want her album, her merch, or her tour as much as they wanted Travis's or Cardi B's. As if 2018 couldn't get any crazier for Nicki, the public found out about her boyfriend's dark past, which changed her reputation forever. Nicki began to publicly post about her boyfriend Kenneth Petty after a few months of dating, with sources close to Minaj claiming that they were already considered getting married and having babies. But Nicki's fans weren't so supportive of Kenneth as he is a convicted sex offender stemming back to the 90s. Kenneth initially pleaded not guilty to all charges. However, during a hearing on April 5, 1995, Petty withdrew his not guilty plea and instead pleaded guilty to the charge of attempted rape. He was sentenced to 18 to 54 months in prison, but served nearly 4 years before his release in January of 1999. If Kenneth is considered a Tier 2 or Tier 3 sex offender, he must remain on the sex offender registry for at least 20 years, as well as report his current address to the Department of Justice every 6 months. Which is why in July of 2022, Petty was sentenced in Los Angeles to probation and home detention for failing to register as a sex offender. Kenneth was also ordered to pay a $55,000 fine as a part of his sentence of 3 years probation and 1 year of home detention, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. But it gets even worse. Since the public became so invested in Nicki's relationship, media outlets began reporting on the 26-year-old trial, which led to Petty's victim, Jennifer Hugh, having to relive this horrific time of her life. She even claimed that the associates of Minaj and Petty spent months in 2020 harassing her and offered her hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically say that the attempted rape never happened. Jennifer alleged that a man named Barry, who was close to her brother, reached out to offer his help. Barry got Jennifer on the phone with Minaj, for which she claims that Minaj tried to help her. She also quoted Nicki saying, "Listen, I just need you to know, woman to woman, this really happened." Jennifer was confused. Why would Nicki Minaj want to help her husband's victim? Well, if Jennifer were to say that the 1995 case was a lie, then Nicki's reputation to the public might be saved. Barry allegedly parked in a car outside her house. Jennifer said he offered her $20,000 in cash if she agreed to sign a letter he typed that stated she lied about her assault. Jennifer refused any and all offers of financial compensation to change her story. Jennifer became even more fearful when she received a call from her brother asking if she was okay. He told her that their cousin had called him again, and that this time he sounded terrified, telling them that they knew where she lived.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. How did you get? Okay. It's all terrible. I gotta portray some sort of level of wealth, like, yo, do cards and this and that, right? And they go make a number of 20,000.
Jennifer moved and changed her phone number as she feared for her safety. She did not know who was looking for her, but she did not want to take any chances. She ended up moving 3 times over the course of a couple years. She believes that she was being intimidated, stalked. Also, she could change her story and clear Petty's name to the public, but she stayed strong and refused to give in. She actually ended up suing the Pettys for $20 million for her claims she endured a relentless campaign of bribery, intimidation, harassment, and stalking. But then Petty accused Hugh of going out of her way to publicly shame him. Jennifer even went as far as releasing never-before-seen photos from 1994 with bruises on her neck and body after the assault. Jennifer said, "When I was 16, nobody believed me, and now it feels the same. It feels like I'm fighting for my character." Petty and Minaj's legal teams denied all accusations and are more than ready to defend themselves in court. Since Minaj hasn't directly responded to these allegations, it's impossible to say she is guilty of bribery and intimidation. Not responding is probably the smartest thing Nicki has ever done. But even if the truth comes out that she never intimidated this woman, fans still wonder why out of all people Nicki chose to be with, she landed on Kenneth Petty. After all, this wasn't his only crime. Petty was also responsible for the shooting death of Lamont Robinson in 2002. The original charge was murder in the second degree, but following a plea bargain, he pled guilty to manslaughter, to which he was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for. TV host Jesse Palmer aired a segment on Daily Mail TV regarding Nicki's relationship where he said that Nicki's fans were, quote, worried because this isn't the first time Nicki Minaj has defended a sex offender. He then clarified that Nicki had allegedly been supporting her brother while he was behind bars. Nicki proceeded to have an outburst on Instagram, saying, "You just lied on me on national television and now you're being sued. You better be able to back up what you just said about me with facts." She followed up with another tweet saying,
Wait, no, hold on. What did the guy say?
Nicki had allegedly been supporting her brother while he was behind bars. Nicki proceeded to have an outburst on Instagram, saying, "You just lied on me on national television and now you're being sued. You better be able to back up what you just said about me with facts." She followed up with another tweet saying that the reporter was going to jail for repeating extremely public information. Nicki would have won and lost this lawsuit since it was public knowledge that Nicki was supporting her brother during this trial. Because if you don't know, Nicki's husband isn't the only one guilty of sex crimes. Her brother Jelani Mirage was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison for predatory sexual assault against a child.
What, dude? What's going on? What are you from?
Authorities arrested Jelani in connection with the case in December of 2015 after he was accused of repeatedly R-wording his stepdaughter, beginning when she was just 11 years old. According to the lawsuit, Jelani was an employee for Nicki at the time. While in custody, he suffered from an unknown medical condition that required him to be arranged at Nassau University Medical Center. According to the New York Post, Nicki Minaj promptly paid her brother's $100,000 bail, using 2 of her houses in Baldwin, Long Island as collateral. According to a source close to Nicki, she was prepared to do anything for her brother. Nicki was willing to give up any asset to ensure she had enough money to protect her brother. A grand jury in New York's Nassau County indicted Jelani Mirage on felony sexual assault against a child in April of 2016. He was also indicted on 2 felony counts of sexual conduct against a child and endangering the welfare of a child. He pled not guilty to the charges, asserting his innocence and denying the charges brought against him. Since he pled not guilty, Jelani seeked to have the prosecution prove the case against him beyond a reasonable doubt during the trial in October of 2017. Although Nicki never commented publicly on the charges against Jelani, his attorney, David Schwartz, told media outlets that Nicki may attend part of her brother's trial and supports him 100%. In November of 2017, Nassau County Court found Jelani Mirage guilty of predatory sexual assault. You might as well just add rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine to the Nicki Minaj sex crime triangle, as her first #1 song came from their collaboration, Trolls. In October of 2015, Daniel Hernandez pled guilty to a felony count of use of a child in a sexual performance. He was charged with 3 counts of the offense after a February 2015 incident in which he had physical contact with a 13-year-old girl and later distributed videos of the incident online as a part of a music video. In the video, the child engages in oral sexual intercourse with the separately charged defendant, Daquan Anderson, while the defendant, Daniel Hernandez, stands behind the child making a thrusting motion with his pelvis and smacking her on the buttocks. The child is nude in the video. In an interview with DJ Academics, 6ix9ine denied knowing the girl was a minor, but Tekashi's legal situation was very much public knowledge before Nicki and 6ix9ine's first collaboration. Most artists in the industry avoided working with Tekashi due to this charge, but Nicki didn't seem to mind. Some people, particularly Nicki Minaj fans, look at her involvement with sexual predators as strictly coincidental. Her brother could have lived a double life. She probably genuinely thought he was a good, innocent man, and was just as shocked as we were when the charges were made. They probably think she financially supported him because she is a good sister. Her husband's case was in 1995 before she ever knew him, and he was 16 years old. Maybe Nicki believes he is a changed man, and their love is so strong she is willing to forgive him. Or maybe she genuinely believes he was falsely accused and vilified his whole life, and 6ix9ine could be chalked up as purely business. 6ix9ine is a rapper, and let's be honest, most rappers aren't exactly the most morally righteous people. But she still has this massive gray cloud of questionable association.
These people are convicted though. It's not like accused or like, or they did like some no, these people are like convicted of these crimes. That's like, dude, like the bar of this shit are like super high, like.
And that makes it really hard for fans to defend her, especially when she keeps engaging in wars with other female rappers. In addition to Remy and Cardi, Latto and Megan Thee Stallion broke Nicki down, but we can't even blame them. You will notice that Minaj did this to herself. Nicki and Atlanta-based rapper Latto got into some beef after Minaj exposed screenshots of their private conversation. It all started when Minaj was mad at the Grammys for nominating her song Super Freaky Girl in the pop category, while Latto's hit song Big Energy was nominated in the rap category.
Super Freaky Girl, where I only rapped on the song, was removed out of rap categories and Grammys, right?
Now what the fuck?
Now, Nicki does have a solid point here. The Grammys categorizations for these songs does seem wrong, and people have suspected that the Grammys have been corrupt for a long time. Latto responded with a subtweet saying, "Damn, I can't win for losing. All these awards, nominations, I can't even celebrate." According to Latto, she attempted to reach out to Nicki and privately address the situation, but Nicki went to Twitter instead. This Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews. She said she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair, but today, Scratch Off decides to be silent. Rather than speak up for the black woman she called her biggest inspiration. The two then continued their back and forth on Twitter. Latto said, "Super Freaky Grandma is married and related to effing rapists. You ain't gonna bully me, bitch. My idol turned rival, now you hate it." As you can see, anytime Nicki gets into a beef, the main attack is her association with her brother and husband. Nicki responded by pointing out Latto's hypocrisy. Didn't care about when she was begging for features. Didn't care about Kodak's past. Didn't care about the accusations made about Dr. Luke, who produced Big Energy. Newsflash, Scratch Off, I've never raped anyone.
These comparisons are like,
I've inspired millions. You're one of them, bozo. To be clear, Latto never accused Nicki of R-wording anyone. She said married and related. The public took Latto's side and looked at Nicki as a bitter old bully mad at the young rising star who won the BET Award for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist over Nicki. But Nicki's beef with Latto is minor compared to how she embarrassed herself trying to attack Megan Thee Stallion. Megan was the one female rapper that Nicki didn't immediately make enemies with. After connecting on Instagram Live, the two collaborated on Megan's single, Hot Girl Summer, in 2019, which became a huge hit. They even shot a music video together and seemed to be on friendly terms for the short years that followed. But in 2021, Minaj unfollowed Megan on Instagram, sparking rumors that their friendship was heading south. On an episode of her Queen radio show the following year, Minaj recalled an encounter between them that shifted the status of their friendship. Nicki said, "Imagine telling someone you didn't want to drink because you were, at the time, possibly pregnant, because you were actively trying to have a baby." In typical Nicki fashion, she doesn't mention anyone's name, but fans suspected it was about Megan. A fan tweeted at Megan, "Nicki Minaj is accusing you of encouraging abortion and child endangerment with alcohol. This isn't something to stay quiet on." And Megan said, "Lie." Months later, Minaj took subtle digs at Meg on the track Red Ruby the Sleeves, rapping 700 on the horses when we fix it to leave. But I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. If you don't know, Stallion is a horse. Megan ignored her shots for years until her 2024 song, Hiss, which is an all-encompassing diss track where she takes shots at multiple people in the industry, including Minaj by way of her husband's status as a registered sex offender. Megan raps, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law." Megan's Law is the name for a federal law in the United States requiring law enforcement authorities to make information available to the public regarding registered sex offenders. This one lyric sent Nicki into one of the worst meltdowns we've seen on social media by a celebrity.
That's
I dare you to say one more thing about my fucking damn bullet fragments, bullet fragments, your bullet fragments. Now listen here. Just that you on your good foot, not your bad foot. What was that? This or piss? Said it was his, I said piss. That my fans called it piss.
Nikki is maniacally mocking the incident where Megan was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. She then goes on to refer to her husband's rape as 30-year-old T.
Y'all mad because y'all don't need somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down and you keep bringing up 30-year-olds.
bro. Where's Fonny in the mic? What is it?
Because y'all need somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you, so you bringing up 30-year-old T. But when this man was a 15-year-old child, you bringing up 30-year-old T because no man has ever and will ever love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead, lying on a dead mama, lying on a dead mama, lying on a dead mama, lying on your, I did lying on a sexy red shit. She got blinds all up, self ass, air, press, I said nowhere, I go to the
Nikki, aged
Sweet love.
air, press, I said nowhere, I go to the
Nikki, aged 41 years old, repeatedly mocks Megan's mother, who died of brain cancer, while claiming that this is her alter ego, Roman, speaking.
free woman, y'all. There's YouTubers over y'all. Let me tell y'all something. What my pen don't catch, the universe will. I still have my prophecies.
She didn't drag Megan, she embarrassed herself. This is literally the same feeling as when you have to sit next to a crackhead on a bus. This is what narcissistic rage looks like. Nikki then took to Twitter to continue expressing her rage. Megan's Law, for a free beat, you could hit Megan raw. Minaj also did what she does best and bragged about her success, listing several accolades while comparing their respective careers. She even accused Megan of winning fraudulent awards, seemingly referring to her 3 Grammys, of which Minaj has none, and repeatedly described her as a flop who uses ghostwriters. Amidst the outburst, TMZ reported that several barbs leaked the location of the burial site of Megan's mother on social media. As a result, the cemetery notified local authorities and increased the number of security personnel at their facility. She spent days berating Megan on social media, during which she repeatedly mentioned her mother. Nikki also liked hundreds of tweets from fans talking negatively about Megan, many of which mocked her for the shooting. Nikki ultimately...
Dude. That's the whole, like, stand thing. But if she constantly likes and inflames her stand like that, well, no shit, they do this shit. Dude, that's...
These new fans talking negatively about Megan, many of which mocked her for the shooting. Nikki ultimately released a diss track titled Bigfoot, where she taunts Megan over her deceased mother, her appearance, and her sexual history, including her relationship with ex-boyfriend Parson Fontaine. And the last 2 minutes of this song is a creepy monologue that sounds like a mental breakdown. Megan laughed herself to sleep with this. The producers really saw her having a manic episode and hit record. Nikki, girl, they only ask you to stop covering up predators. Megan has yet to respond to Nikki's diss track. She seems to be unbothered while she continues to promote Hiss. Hiss was met with widespread critical acclaim and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it her 3rd number 1 single as an artist. Due to the negative attention placed on Nikki following her heated rivalry with Megan, fans began digging into her past and found a questionable old song. The 2009 Lil Twist track, Old Enough, featuring Nicki Minaj, was released when Lil Twist was 16 years old. Nikki raps, "You might can get it, you might can hit it, but I gotta run. I know you young, but you know I like that young money. See, little boy, I can be your little teacher. And if you ball, then meet me behind the bleachers. You gotta come come hard trying to reach her, cause if we hit it, I might charge you for the feature. While someone can argue that it's just music, a creative outlet to instantly roleplay various situations, it's just another bullet point on the long list of Nicki's associations with sex crimes. And again, there is no debating that Nicki Minaj fundamentally changed the landscape for female rappers forever. She is a hip-hop legend, but all of this has put a damaging stain on her reputation, and I'm not really sure how she can get back in the good graces of fans.
But now, think about it though, for this last part that, now reverse the roles now, hold on. I'm gonna go up that chat, I want you to really think about that. Now reverse the roles chat and then play that scenario back in. Hold on. Chat, if I speak the time online. Chat, if I speak, I'm done. Chat. If I speak my shit like this again, the fucking lights turn off, the fucking Wi-Fi goes out, dude. Fucking Amazon drops my shit, dude. I got nothing. It is what it is. Alright. For speakers Anaconda, actually, I'm not gonna glaze, okay? Super bass was pink and it stopped there. I've said this before, you guys have heard my take before. I think Super Bass, it was the beginning, the end, it was everything, and it's for me stuff right there.
These artists' careers were never the same after one incident, whether it was from their own terrible decisions or a minor misstep that got blown out of proportion. Today we are going to discuss them all, starting with Macklemore, who leaked a text message that made everyone question what they thought he knew about it. In 2012 and 2013, people did not go anywhere without hearing the song Thrift Shop. Far from your typical rap song, Macklemore flexed $5 and several moms dancing to his funky saxophone. This song spent 6 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Mac had one-hit wonder written all over it. He carried the most stereotypical white rapper image that is perceived as corny by hip-hop culture. He proved everyone wrong with his second hit, Can't Hold Us, which spent 5 weeks at the #1 spot. This track was definitely more of a standard pop track, with 2 Billboard #1s in his first year as a mainstream artist. It stands that he was a force to be reckoned with. However, it was all about to come crashing down, as Macklemore would suffer from success. At the 2014 Annual Grammy Awards, Macklemore was nominated in 7 categories, the biggest and most prestigious being Best Rap Album and Best Rap Song. After winning Best Rap Performance and Best New Artist, people were happy to see him win 2 Grammys. Nominated for Best Rap Song up against Drake.
Chat, you know what I like Macklemore? Chat, am I crazy thinking that the Heist was better than what we came afterwards? I think the Heist was Macklemore, and then it kind of dog shit, to be honest.
Kanye West, Jay-Z, it seemed unlikely Macklemore would win, but Thrift Shop was in fact the winner of the Best Rap Song of 2014, securing him his 3rd Grammy of the night. But what would come next would shock the world.
If you listen to the Heist, you liked it, you don't know who the fuck Macklemore is afterwards. It's like a completely different guy.
Up against Drake's Nothing Was the Same, Jay-Z's Magna Carta, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, and Kanye West's Yeezus, Macklemore had absolutely no chance of winning. Everyone was betting on Kendrick since he without a doubt had the best album of the bunch, but wouldn't be entirely surprised if it went to the other nominees. The hip-hop community was floored when Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's The Heist won Best Rap Album of the Year. The Heist couldn't be a more fitting name for this absolute robbery. Macklemore was being cooked by the hip-hop community online, reminding him in every comment section that he didn't deserve to win. He felt so much pressure that he decided to text Kendrick Lamar and apologize. "You got robbed. I wanted you to win. You should have. It's weird and sucks that I robbed you. I was gonna say that during the speech, then the music started playing during my speech and I froze. Anyway, you know what it is. Congrats on this year and your music. Appreciate you as an artist and as a friend. Much love. We wouldn't have ever seen this text if Macklemore didn't post it to social media, which made it even worse and looked like he was just trying to get in the good graces with the public.
Did you ever feel any way about him posting the text message?
That thing was wrong. Why? What you say is not the same. Accomplish what will.
I'm gonna get put out here.
What you didn't need to do. Don't take no way from me when you're not going. Hard as anything.
Despite Kendrick being cordial and saying that Macklemore
I don't think she's gonna come. Public statement. Public statement. Complete incident. I didn't message. And then it didn't put out the way that it is. That's the problem. It's a statement of screenshot sent in the way it's messaged. And it's not something you're judging a bit of like my typing and not like this. And in fact,
well, hip-hop fans could never truly accept Macklemore as part of the culture. They thought he was disingenuous, and they didn't really like his music in the first place, so this was an easy excuse to forget about him. He stepped out of the limelight, and many people suggest his music was never as ambitious ever again. He felt guilt, and that guilt made him alive. His 2016 album, This Unruly Mess I Made, sold just 61,000 copies in the first week. Him and Ryan Lewis split up shortly after, and Mac released another solo album, Gemini, that did decent amongst his fan base, but ultimately, he hasn't had any major mainstream success in almost a decade. But unlike Macklemore, DaBaby refused to apologize to anyone, which is leading to one of the dumbest downfalls of all time. DaBaby exploded onto the mainstream rap scene in 2019 with his hit song Shook, which peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. In a world of repetitive melodic trap, DaBaby felt fresh and exciting, providing us with bouncy and fun bangers. He dominated for the next 2 years, constantly having multiple singles on the Billboard Hot 100, and he was in regular rotation on the radio. His track Rockstar with Roddy Ricch was the #1 song for 7 weeks straight, a very tough thing to do as a hip-hop artist. But DaBaby was always known for having a bold personality. He was the type to say whatever he wanted, and if you had a problem, he was more than willing to handle it. He even killed a guy in Walmart. Don't worry, it was self-defense. Well, in July of 2021, on the stage of Bowling
Introducing the all-new Buick Enclave. Experience effortless driving that invites you to let go. And technology that's had class in its
friends gonna hang out with, I wonder. Maybe the space cadet or whatever. Yeah, that folds like it got pretty bad, huh? They had a bunch of cracks into it.
And I can't do anything about it. It is so beyond mentally frustrating, you do. So, until I get money on my PayPal account for a new phone, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go do cooking videos or any of it.
You better not pay for the instant transfer.
I can tell you how it all happened too. The one time I was hanging out, I got my new phone at one point, and I was pretty stoked about the whole thing. I mean, I have a spare phone, but the battery doesn't want to stay charged. So I have to take the phone down to get that phone fixed.
Did he just say he's gonna say how it happened?
I do have a spare iPhone, but the battery doesn't want to stay charged. so it won't stay turned on. Like, people are blowing up my phone right now, like, oh my god. It's so
Must be nice. Will it turn on if you leave it plugged in? Because then why don't you just contact people with that?
I can't get a hold of anyone.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and I'm pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. Hope everything's going well. We are playing a quick 3 holes of matchmaking today. Let's go.
Good over.
Well, you won't be getting that one back.
I'm not gonna get that one back. So what?
He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him. Okay, he's setting up his second shot here. Going with a 5-wood on this one. And this might get rough. This is setting up to be around 150 yards to the pin. Heading for the green. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do just nicely. All right, this is his third shot. He's got a long putt to deal with here. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. Ooh. Okay, let's go. This one is for par. Ooh, just missed. This one's just a 4-foot putt. This putt's good so far. And a bit of a slow start. We are over par after the first hole, but don't worry about that. We have lots more golf to play. Let's just concentrate on this next hole.
I'm not that impressed.
And here comes a par 3 for us.
That's honestly real loving possessive. Hold on. Don't let me. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Ready? Yeah, I got number now. Yeah.
No, I don't even know what it is.
You want me to shot the dart? Shot the dart there.
No, then I'm gonna guess it, but you know,
Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
Yes, that's a good swing. Okay, we're on the green. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you didn't go through the numbers though. I didn't have to. I'm already learning. Okay, hold on.
And they're going with the 5-wood. And he's on the birdie hunt here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
16 feet to the cup.
It's up to you. I will turn. Okay. Ready? I'll say the number. That's it.
Well, it's going right by the hole. And this next putt's for his par.
Got it. Yeah.
And that one's out in the cup. Here comes a 3-footer. Oh man, that was not a long putt, but Still didn't drop. Okay, 2 over par at the moment.
Yeah, that. It's a tricky off. Yeah, for sure. It was also comfortable, right? Because you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ball that slow. Exactly, yeah. I don't like right before you said almost like once it wasn't 5. It wasn't 5 right there. Brother.
It takes it through, you know. Back script, of course. That's
Okay, I said I want to up the end. You're not gonna get me. You want to keep going? No, you don't got me. You want to keep going? Okay, I will. Yeah, one more. Yeah, just one more. Okay, how would I look while my head's
All right, let's load up. We're only 1 stroke off the lead on this final hole. Let's make it happen.
Okay, ready? I'm really happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was good stuff.
1.
And here we go with his second shot. And here's their 8-iron. Okay, about 105 left to go.
He knows how I look, right? I always like to start light.
Nothing wrong with that.
By the way, I don't know if I know that for sure. That sounds crazy.
Well, let's see how he does here from the greenside bunker.
Oh, yeah.
How many more friends?
That was it.
It's still pretty good.
Alright,
But
yeah.
that setup, though, that's the setup that makes you shiver a little bit. Because
I know.
you hit that one more reel.
I know. Okay.
Alright, you know what? We're done.
Yeah.
This is sheer insanity.
Oh.
How
How
is he going to do
I'm
this?
telling you, it's
Let's
right,
just
but
wait and
it's not
find
a
out.
battle. You hit a reach rig?
I know.
If you get nut me.
I'm gonna go bonus though.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
And his
Oh,
bogey
you
putt
can make us?
commences
Yeah.
here.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Okay.
I lost that.
All right, they are all done.
Drop.
7-foot putt
One
here.
with me, one for you. Cheers.
Birdie.
Is that the 42 or whatever?
This putt's tracking. And that one drops in for bird, and nice way to cap off your round as well.
I want to keep it for now.
They want full cam. The chat's asking for full cam on 7 because they want to see. They want to
Great
see
work out there,
asking
capping
for full
this
cam.
off
Okay, you
with
guys
the
gotta
win.
go full cam, and if this is anything, we'll
And
go back
that's
to the.
gonna do it for us here today. Thank you so much for the round of golf.
That's.
I had fun. Hopefully you did
Well,
too.
it's me earlier, but there we go. Perfect. Yeah, we'll do all the bullets in front if you want to. Oh yeah, no, we'll do whatever. Now, like I said, you want to kind of round. I don't know if you've ever done this, are you? I got stuck in it, but yeah. Okay, he said you don't have to hold the face on it. I don't know my odds. That's like I don't know how to play my hands. Okay, that's fine. My poker face kinda sucks though. Some of your rules.
Go remember your
Yeah. Not like the nice hand. We're at a poker.
Seven Diamonds. Ethical isn't a trend. It's a lifestyle. Serving lab diamonds and earth kind jewelry to our growing community of 10,000 plus customers for 7+ years. Shop now.
Wait. What is he doing? Sitting on his left hand? What a motherfucker! Yeah, my left hand's not that good yet. Fuck him, dude. Fuck you, dude.
better than Denny Carey. I could do that. I can do that. But that's fucking the polyrhythm before that was fucked up, dude.